Hey ladies, what is going on? I hope everybody has had a very productive week thus far. Um, I'm getting really acquainted with my new position and I'm really I'm really enjoying my new title. Everybody's, warming up to me and getting very familiar with me. As far as my week has been going, last week I reported 50 in-house patients that were COVID positive. This particular week I reported to my staff that we are now up to 80 in-house patients that are COVID positive. Now, the unfortunate requirement is if that number hits to 200, then there is a automatic layoff for a lot of staff members. So I'm really hoping that our numbers do not continue to rise at our particular facility, because I don't want to be in that position, and I definitely don't want my employees to be in that position. So we're just continuing to be diligent, work hard, and all of my employees have been pretty much been vaccinated. About 90% of my employees actually have been vaccinated, so everybody is pretty much on board. So that is actually how my week has been going. So I want to do a quick little talk with you ladies about a young lady who is one of my employees. Now, we're talking, young girl, 23 years old. And if any of you are Facebook friends with me, then you've already know what I'm getting ready to talk about. Now, I have a lot of young girls, young ladies that are working in the department, right? Now, this young lady, she is dating a guy. He is 24 years old. He is a medical student. He's in school to be a doctor. And, she comes in every day talking about my boyfriend, my boyfriend, my boyfriend. And, let's be honest, at that age, any girl would constantly talk about her boyfriend and brag about the fact that her boyfriend is going to be a future doctor. So, cut her a little slack, because she is young. Any young girl would, brag about that. Let's be honest. So we were at lunch, and she was just gushing over her little boyfriend with the rest of the girls sitting down. And they were talking about their little lifelong goals and their boyfriends and their little dating life and everything like that, right? And she was saying how, once her and her boyfriend get to residency, they want to buy a house together. Now, you all know where I'm going with this, right? Now, I have another coworker that happened to be in there. Older white guy in his 40s. He's been working at the facility for well over 20 years at this point, right? Now, I'm not gonna lie, he can come off kind of brash sometimes, but sometimes he tends to say things that, I mean, you can't really argue with the guy about that. So he kind of tells her, he was like, listen, I'm not trying to get into your business or anything, but since you kind of opened the door and you're talking about your boyfriend with all of us, you're 23 years old, he's 24. Do not ever commit to buying a home with a boyfriend. You and him are not married, and I don't care that he's going to be a doctor or not. That means absolutely nothing. You're not married to him. Now, hey, if he decides that he wants to propose, and it says on that paper that you and him are married, go right ahead. But I would highly suggest you not buying a house with a guy at 23 years old. It's gonna turn out nasty. Now, I'm not gonna lie, she's a little bratty, she's very spoiled. This girl, she doesn't even know how to pay her own bills. She has a car note. Her father pays her car note. She does not even have a clue how much her car note is. Okay, she's very pampered. And I know a few of you ladies that watch my channel. I know some of you are surgical technicians, and I know some of you are working sterile processing. So like I said, my particular department, right? So you got this young girl, 23 years old. She's working, sterile processing. She's dating a boyfriend. She apparently they were little sweethearts for years, young love type of thing. They're both white. Um she's working in sterile processing. Boyfriend is in medical school now. Hey, here's the reality of it. Now, unless she is using sterile processing to become her stepping stone into maybe going into PA school, because now she has an older sister who is currently in PA school in Ohio. She's going to a university in Ohio. But you got the younger sister here, right? That's working in sterile processing. She doesn't talk about, furthering her education. She doesn't talk about any further plans besides being with her boyfriend that's going to be a future doctor, right? She constantly talks about the little trips they go on, because him being a medical student, he gets any medical student, they get certain opportunities to go certain places and meet with certain people and things like that, maybe go to certain events, you know what I mean? So she goes to all those different types of things with him. But she's being very young and naive, because just like I almost said my coworker's name. Let's give him a fake name, just like Mike told her, right? Mike was telling her, you you do not want to do this. I know you're banking on your boyfriend being this successful rich doctor, and you think he's going to take care of you, but listen, I'm just telling you as a 40 something year old man, and I'm telling you as a man, I'm telling you as a father figure, do not bank on this guy. You guys are both still young. He's a medical student. I mean, who's to say, once he gets to residency, he's going to start smelling his own shit and, start mingling with the girls in his residency. He was like, all types of things can happen. You know what I mean? Your relationship is not set in paper, and it's just not wise of you to bank on his future of him being a doctor. Find something that you want to do for yourself, but for God's sake, please do not get a house with this guy. Do not get a do not get a house with this guy. And he was like, I'm telling you from experience, because what can wind up happening is, you and him fall out, or you don't want to be in a relationship anymore, or whatever may happen. Guess what? You're going to be sharing a house with him and his new girlfriend, because although you're not paying a bill in that house, if he puts your name on that lease, you are stuck with that responsibility. And now, at 23 years old, you're going to be financially ruined already. And he was telling her it's not wise to do that. See, what a lot of you young girls have to understand is, even if a lot of you are dating guys who have a great career, potential outcome of becoming an engineer, or computer sciences, or maybe they have a future of becoming a future physician or something like that. Maybe your boyfriend talks about having his own practice, right? Because you and him both work in the medical field. Maybe right now you got your foot in the door working in sterile processing, and you're dating this guy that's in pharmacy school, or you're dating this guy that's in medical school. You understand what I'm saying? What a lot of you younger girls have to realize, it is awesome that you guys are even in that realm of dating young professional guys who have a great career outlook. But you cannot put all your eggs in one basket, because you got to understand, while you have these phlebotomy positions, while you have these sterile processing positions, while you have these stepping stone medical careers, you need to be using that in order to get to the next level of maybe using that to get your nursing degree so that you can get into a nurse practitioner program, or using sterile processing, work there for a couple of years and earn your bachelor so that you can apply to medical school, and possibly, hell, you could do a post-bac program before you apply so that you damn near guaranteed to get in. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to do a video about that too. But what I'm telling you is, you girls that are working in these stepping stone medical careers, and you're dating guys that are on the higher rank of these medical careers, like they about to be a doctor or they about to be a whole pharmacist or something like that, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Because you got to understand, while you're working in this field, just like how he's working in the medical field, baby, you need to be using him, okay? Don't just bank on him and have sorry about that, ladies, but don't just, stop at sterile processing. Don't just stop at being a phlebotomist because now you done bagged a man in the medical field that's about to be a pharmacist, or you done bagged a man, ooh, he in medical school and me and him met at the same hospital, in the cafeteria. Girl, yes, that is how you move. Don't get me wrong. That is how you move. However, do not put all your career eggs in one basket. Use that guy to get to the next level. If he has been accepted to medical school, if he is making doing rotations in that hospital where you working at in his residency, you better get to asking him questions, pick his brain. Don't just date these guys. But I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, use them for information. Use them for information, because 9 times out of 10, if they're talking to you, or if you guys are dating, or you guys decide, okay, now we're boyfriend and girlfriend, we've made it official type stuff, let me tell you something. Don't get lazy at that phlebotomy position. Do not get lazy and just be like, oh, sterile processing, because we're together, we're in a relationship, so he's going to take care of me anyways. No. That's how you play yourself. Always make moves to date within that arena if you're in the medical field, but also at the same time pick their brain and gain some knowledge so that you won't be asked out. And I'm just telling you the truth, because the way that my employee is moving, she's not moving smart. Now, did she gain a great potential quote unquote husband if he ever bothered to marry her? Sure. However, the way that she's going about it for herself is not smart. Understand, now she's the younger sister. She has a whole older sister who is in PA school, and her older sister's boyfriend is a physician, okay? And she's in her PA program right now. See, she's going about it the right way. She's moving smart with hers. And I'm specifically talking to girls in the medical field. And this can even apply to girls who are in any STEM field, okay? This is how you go about stuff. This is how you navigate dating guys in your career arena, and also using them to level up and gain knowledge and be able to pick their brain. Because if you just decide, okay, well, I'm a medical assistant, okay, well, I'm working in still processing, or I'm a coordinator in still processing, or maybe you're an OR tech, where you're helping set up the instruments in the rooms and stuff like that, or you're cleaning up the rooms, and you start talking to one of these residents or something like that. Don't be dumb about it. Like, you need to be able to also continue to stick to your plan. So that's what I'm saying. Use these stepping stone medical careers. And if you happen to start dating these guys while you're in your medical stepping stone careers, you need to be picking their brain. Do not just bank on them marrying you and taking care of you, because I'm trying to tell you, just like how Mike was telling her, do you know how many guys in his position that have uh even he started going in, like, even at the hospital that we work at, we just got a new round of residents, okay, not too long ago. And let me tell you something, these new residents, um listen, they talking to the chicks that's in a residency, and a lot of them are talking to these girls that are in their current rotation right now. And Mike was letting her know, like, I understand that y'all in a relationship, but anything can happen, because he was telling her, do you know how many girls I've heard working in here that say, oh, my boyfriend isn't like that, and he start flipping the script on her, or talking to a girl in his residency rotation, or just start talking to one of these nurses or something like that. Y'all gotta know how to play the game. Y'all have got to know how to play the game. And the mere fact that she's sitting on her hands and twiddling her thumbs, being content and still processing, because she's waiting for him to get into residency so that they can move into a house together, and so that he can just willy-nilly take care of her, that is not smart. That is not smart. She has not even talked about having plans for herself. And Mike told her that, he told her flat out. And I was even kind of flabbergasted, because the room got so quiet, like, didn't nobody say nothing, because he was telling her the truth. He was telling her the truth. He was like, I'm going to just be honest with you. You are going to be in for a rude awakening. You're going to be asked out. Because, girl, you need to have a backup plan. He was like, this department right here is still processing. This is a great stepping stone. If you are truly banking on him to take care of you, I don't know about that. And then you say that you want to buy a house with him. That's not gonna pan out well. And she started getting mad and defensive in the break room, and she started literally turning red. And she was like, well, my boyfriend, he's not like that, and he loves me, and he's gonna take care of me. He told me he was gonna take care of me, and he's not like that. Plus, we are gonna get married. He was like, so when are you guys gonna get married? She was like, well, we're gonna get married one day. We're going to get married. And he asked her, so I mean, has he talked about marriage with you? I mean, what has he said? She was like, well, I mean, we talk about it. We talk about it. We're gonna get married one day, so I'm not worried about that. I'm like, okay. Okay, if you say so. I didn't say not a word. I did not say not a word, because at the end of the day, if that's what she want to believe, that's what she want to believe. But I just hope to God that she's on some type of birth control, and I hope that she wakes up and realizes that she needs to have a backup plan. You know what I mean? Because I think it really hit home for her when he asked her, does he talk about marriage with her, because she started kind of stumbling over her words. See, y'all gotta realize, just because you're with a man that is a physician, or he's in a great career, you still need to have your own. That's just the bottom line. So, ladies, I really hope that this talk was very helpful for you all. I hope that it gives you a different light of perspective, just something to marinate on, especially for my medical field girls. Like, you all really need to think about this when you're in these stepping stone medical careers. Okay, just kind of think about it. So, ladies, I hope that this was helpful, and I will talk to you in another video. Bye.